Listen, I definitely hope that we sign another midfielder because we need the
Mm.
reinforcements. Like that's not enough. Mount's not enough. If we do get the Amrabat noise is so loud, I don't know. It's sounding like that's what we're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's a
That
player
would
that
make the Mount signing so much better, Rants. Real
he's a
talk.
player
Facts.
that I rate, innit? He's a player that I rate. Do you know what I'm saying? That's that kind of footballer. That's a bit of my kind of football there if he comes in. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're saying he's Dutch, Dutch Moroccan and that, but bro, he's cold, isn't he? He's
He played
cold.
for Ten Hag, I think. Like in his
Yeah,
early
he did,
Yeah, he
blood.
played for Ten
Yeah.
Hag at Utrecht.
Yeah,
and
the,
he
the,
also,
the,
he
the
also
usual
played-
fucking story, innit? Played for
Yeah.
Ten Hag somewhere, blood. Because apart from Marcus Rashford, yeah, in attacking areas, we're struggling for goals.
But this is where the choice of Eric Ten Hag's choice of a striker is going to be crucial. Obviously, Højlund is coming in, and I read today that we might try and go for or try and make a late bid for Harry Kane towards the end of the window if he decides not to go to Bayern Munich. So at this point, with the choice of strikers that's out there, I'll take a Harry Kane, man. I can't lie. I'll take him. I'll take him
because
right now.
we can't even sit here and openly say, yeah, Højlund's coming in and he's bagging 20. It's kind of like we're signing him while he's on the way up. It's like we're gonna then basically United fans are still gonna then put pressure on him, Aaron and Rants, to say, yeah, you come in and score 25, but he scored like 8 goals for Atlanta last year. Yes, his all-round game might be decent, but you lot be realistic. He scored 8 for Atalanta. Like there's no footage for me or any reason for me to think he's going to come in and just bag 20 or 25 straight away. It doesn't mean, by the way, people in the comments, he's not a good player. What we're saying is Kane comes in and scores 25 and you know it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Like, fam, bro, if man can score 30 goals in an absolute horrible Tottenham team, he can definitely score 25 for us. 100%.
Oh, yeah. It goes without saying, bro, but
yeah.
This is the thing. If Kane is still in the country towards the end of the window, because
we need to go for him.
There's talks that Bayern, obviously, there's talks that he wants to leave Spurs, obviously. Bayern want him, but I don't know how much they're willing to spend, but it's probably not as much as what Tottenham want. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why Tottenham have told them he's not for sale, because they know that they're not willing to go to the levels that they're not going to sell him for less than 100 million to anyone. So,
but that makes sense then, because it makes sense why Bayern, because obviously every club has like their chief negotiator in it. At Bayern Munich, there was a chief negotiator in charge of the whole Kane deal. Obviously, the first bit got rejected. Bayern were like, nah. And immediately now flipping, what's his name? Rummenigge's in charge of the deal now. Him and Hoeneß have been put in charge of the deal. Now you can imagine, bro, if these two legends come and talk to you, and bro, and if they add Beckenbauer to the group chat, it's a wrap. Do you know what I mean? I've said it all along. If them three take charge of this deal, Harry Kane.
I'm hearing that Harry Kane, obviously, I don't know whether it matters or not, but I know obviously he's got a ute on the way, but he's building a yard.
That motherfucker's always got a ute on the way.
Yeah, he's building a new crib for the ute.
Wait, did he not buy a house in Cobham or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's building a yard 15 minutes away.
Oh, okay, he's building. Okay, cool.
So, like, are you gonna build it to then just say, "Yo, I'm going to Germany and me rent it out"? Mumsy living there for a bit. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Could be. You never know.
So, I personally don't see Kane going to Bayern Munich. I just feel like he's in a kind of lose-lose situation, because he stays at Spurs, don't win nothing. He goes to Bayern, probably wins the Bundesliga, but everyone will say, yeah, but I could go to Bayern and win the Bundesliga. I could throw me up front. Honestly, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be naive, but if you throw me up front at Bayern, I've got Sane and Gnabry fizzing it across the box, I'm sure I can get 15 league goals for Bayern. I'm not joking. Now, Aaron, I believe
like Ty in the Bundesliga.
Honestly,
I hear you.
Tyrone Remy, I will throw it back. Like I believe. I believe. Like, all of us can play football. If we were getting the chances they were getting over the season, we would score. And I think people would just say to Kane, "You're taking the easy way out by going to Bayern because you're obviously going to win a trophy, but you're expected to win a trophy."
Yeah, but this is what I said. I think that if he wins trophies at Bayern, yeah, people aren't going to rate it. You know, like that. It's not rated because it's like Bayern win trophies every year. Whether you're there or not, they was going to win it anyway.
To go there. The only way he cements himself is if he goes there and breaks the Champions League
and breaks the goal scoring record in the league or something like that.
Yeah, bro. If he goes to Bayern, yeah, because if he goes to Bayern, I think the goal scoring record is 40 goals in the Bundesliga. Lewandowski broke it, and he broke get Muller's record. If he goes there and scores 41, then people are gonna say, yeah. And like Ty said, he has to win the Champions League. If he goes there and wins the champs, say less. Say less.
100%. Oi, big up Yusuf for the super chat. Pep learned after his first season, secret of succeeding in England is winning or retaining the second ball. Something our current midfield is awful at. Give Mount a chance. Hope we sign Amrabat. Listen, I definitely hope that we sign another midfielder because we need the reinforcements. Like, that's not enough. Mount's not enough. If we do get the Amrabat noise is so loud, I don't know. It's sounding like that's what we're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a player
that would make the Mount signing so much better, Rants.
He's a player that I rate, innit? He's a player that I rate. Do you know what I'm saying? That's that kind of footballer. That's a bit of my kind of football there if he comes in. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're saying he's Dutch Moroccan and that, but bro, he's cold, isn't he? He's cold.
He played for Ten Hag, I think. Like,
yeah, he did.
Yeah, played for Ten Hag at Utrecht.
Yeah, the usual fucking story, innit? Played for Ten Hag somewhere, blood.
He played for all the Holland youth teams, and he switched allegiances just as he was about to play for the first team, and he chose for Morocco, innit? So he's a baller, man. That World Cup for me was enough to convince me. If Man United was ever to go in for a DM, it has to be Amrabat.
For the price before
we were even linked with
30 million as well for like in today's age.
That's a steal,
in
man.
his prime.
And you know them Italian teams will take that because they don't need much money. They'll take that 30 mil. They'll take it.
That would make me feel better because then I'll be like, right, I literally said this is what I said on Saeed show as well. You look at Liverpool, right? Osman knew doesn't take a goose to work out. They needed 3 midfielders. They've already got Szoboszlai, who's like the attacking. They've got the McAllister, who's kind of like that 8, if you could say, for them.
And then they want Lavia as well, don't they?
Lavia,
yeah, bro. And if they get Lavia, like, that's the 3. Like in every.
If they get the 3, they'll challenge for the title.
Ooh, I think Liverpool get a midfielder. I think they could challenge,
Yeah, if they get Lavia, they challenge for the title.
Yeah, bro, I'm with you. I said it. And if they get a centre-back, they're definitely 100% even more so because they're the only 2 they need now because the attack's fine. But I'm saying if you look at Man United and look at Liverpool, you could say with Fred or McTominay leaving, we basically need like 3 midfielders. Now, if Mount was one of them, cool, he can play like that sort of 8-10 role. If we get Amrabat, who can play 6, but also, you know, he's a physical specimen. He runs, but also that Fiorentina coach where he plays at in Italy, I think they're in the top 3 possession-based teams in Serie A. He can keep the ball ticking over. He actually plays football. He's not just a physical Moroccan specimen that people think. He can actually keep the ball ticking over. So for me, if we get Amrabat and Mount, and that was the only 2, at least we've done a bit of a Liverpool in terms of we've revamped the midfield by getting one forward type of player and someone who's solid, physical. And when Casemiro's not there, I'm not here messaging Aaron at 6:30 before the team who's waiting for McTominay to pop up. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm
real
past
talk,
it
man.
now. If you want to be where you are in terms of finishing 3rd, and then people call it progress, and you want to be competing for the Champions League or competing for the Premier League, which is what Ten Hag's here to do, I'm sorry, you need a proper squad. You need depth. And that's what Liverpool are doing with their midfield right now. And if we want to have a serious season next year, we can't just say Mount's the cherry on the bakewell. We need the actual bakewell, and Amrabat is more that, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Get both.
100%.
Yeah, I've said all along that we can't. I don't want to turn on my TV next season.
If we get both, that adds the balance, and then they become greater than the sum of the 2 parts, innit? Because of what one gives and what the other doesn't give. Then all of a sudden, you put them together, the combination of the 2 of them becomes something that changes the dynamic of our midfield. But Mount on his own doesn't do that.
Nah. Exactly. So, but whether the club are going to do that or not, for me, it's a no-brainer. If we have the money of 30 million to spend on a 27-year-old in his prime, you go and do that. Like, there's more reasons to do it than not to do it. If I was in the boardroom with United, I'd be like, okay, he's 30 million, he's 27, he's played on a 10 hard before. Tell me why you won't go and do it. They could not give me more reasons to not doing it than doing it. And for me, that's why it's a deal to be done. We're not talking about 100 million Harry Kanes where we know we ain't gonna spend that bread on him. We're talking about a 30 million Amrabat guys that helps our midfield. And he wants to come as well. I actually got told today, funny enough, I actually got a message today because one of my guys knows something with him. And what did he say? Oh, everyone's getting up on WhatsApp now. Basically, he'd be happy to come, worked under Ten Hag, but he loves Barca.
Who's that?
Amrabat. That's what I got told.
Oh yeah, them Moroccan guys love a Barcelona.
Everyone loves Barcelona, man. Fuck them guys, man. You know
yeah,
who
yeah,
cares?
no,
Everyone
man.
loves Barca, man, but they can do one though. Them man are broke.
You see what I mean? If Barca not
You know that
involved,
one, yeah.
we got to run.
But them man are broke, blood. You know what I mean? Man are saying we ain't got money, yeah, and I know we got a reserve of 300 M's, blood. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's our reserve. You know, like that. Them man are real, bro. You know, like that. So them man are MC Hammer, bro.
We should have a run.
How do they keep signing players, bro? I swear they just signed Inigo Martinez today. They announced him. How did they sign these?
Vitor Roque or something.
Vitor, yeah, that guy Brazilian. How did they keep signing these players?
Vitor Roque, he's coming next year, but they've wanted him for he's been like going there for a minute.
All right, what about that Martinez guy then? Inigo. I know he signed in January already.
Not Bilbao. Is he Bilbao or Sociedad?
Yeah, Bilbao. Yeah.
Bilbao. To be fair,
because signing them is one thing, but signing them is one thing, but they've got to register them. How do they keep registering these guys? Yeah, if they're broke.